Hey y'all, I'm just going to give a really quick introduction on how to set up the Wista 45SP. So how do you know it's a 45SP? You know because it has these knobs at the rear to control the rear tilt, and it has knobs on the front standard to control front lens tilt. If it only has the rear knobs and no knobs on the front, it's a 45D. If it has knobs on the front to control front tilt, but no knobs on the rear, it's a 45VX. And if it has neither of those, it's a 45N. And if it's not a metal camera, it's one of the older or wooden cameras.
So let's open this up. You take these two knobs and you unscrew them in opposite directions. This one this way and this one this way. And then you reach over. There's a clip here. You push it and then you pull the top like that. And then it will come up and it will lock. Then you can lock these knobs as so. Now moving this camera over, you can see front standard. These two knobs at the top control the tilt. If you have these knobs, it's either the 45VX or the 45SP. Okay. And to open, bring the lens forward, unscrew this notch, push it in, and there you go. This particular copy has a broken one, but in a mint, I guess, copy, you'd have two of these, one here and one here. Now that you've pushed this back, lock it again, make sure the focus is locked. Hold these two little tabs and you can pull it out. Okay. In terms of movements, you've got rise. So if you unscrew this knob and then you can use this knob to make the camera, make the front standard rise up. This will help keep lines parallel. Okay. If you unscrew this knob, you can tilt forward and back. There is a little notch up here, and you can align it with that notch directly to get it perfectly straight again. Okay, and you have sideways movements as well. You've got two of them. You've got sideways tilt, so if you hold down this little lever here, you can move it like that and move it the other direction like that. And you have sideways shift as well. You can unloosen this knob here, and it takes a bit of force, but you can move it like so to shift it sideways. And you'll see the bellows bending at the back. Okay. When your standard is out, you can use these to align it to infinity focus. So first, move this up to the front. Okay, lock it. Now use this to align to the infinity focus for your lens. There's a scale here, but this is just for in my particular copy, for the 135. Exactly where you need to line up depends on the lens you're using. With the 90, for example, it'll be further back, the 150 a bit forward, the 200 even further forward, and so on. Okay, and once you've got your infinity focus figured out, you can use the focus knobs here. Let me unlock it to rack the camera forward and back. if you're using a long lens or you're using close focus, you can move this top railing forward. This will give you more draw. I believe you can go above, just a bit above 300 millimeters, so you can use 300 millimeter lenses on here, and of course you can use extension boards and so on. And to fold this standard, simply do the opposite of what I said before. Push this railing back, lock it. Make sure your movements are all lined up to 0, and then push it back. There you go. Then move this railing back, like so. Lock it, and push this down after you've unlocked it.
In terms of lens boards, this uses a Technica setup, Linoff Technica boards, which are very commonly available and are arguably the most versatile in that sense. Let me show you the back. This is the 6x9 sliding back for the 45. Be very careful that you get the right back. The 45SP and the 45D share a back, and they require these notches. The 45N and the 45VX use a different kind of back. Okay. So when you have the back open, in this position, you can view the ground glass. You can unclip it to get a better view if you need it for the loop. This button on the side is for sliding it. So now you can slide it down, and now the roll film back is exposed. If you're curious, you can see the whole lens through. What's interesting and useful is that as it slides, it activates a shutter. You can see there's a shutter up here now. This shutter protects the film from being exposed if you just leave the roll film back on with the dark side off. Of course, you should never have the dark side off with the lens open like this, because this is just going to instantly ruin your frame. There's also a lock here if you want to lock the back. So for transport, so I can leave it here, and now it will be locked for transport, sort of more portable. And to unlock, you use this notch on the side, then you can push it back up. Yep, very straightforward. Rear movements can be achieved with these two knobs. This is, you'll notice here, it doesn't have a huge amount of movement, but it does have a little bit if you need it. They call it precision focusing, but it's not really focusing so much. Okay, hope that was useful. Thank you for watching.